It is this cemetery where we will find, if we look hard enough, the graves of 2 Russian sailors. Most of the people here came here during the reign of one of the previous kings in the late 19th century, and they came from basically all over the world. Denmark, an American citizen, was murdered in Bangkok in 1869, right? Yeah, John Smith. We won't find information on that easily, I guess. Very common names. So he was murdered here in Bangkok over 150 years ago. An American citizen who died at Bangkok in 1870, age 38. William Duncan, 1954. That's relatively new.
Hello, สวัสดีค่ะ
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Yes.
My name,
Okay.
email.
I was looking for 2 graves here only, but now I see all the people who passed away here. There must be some pretty interesting stories here. Lieutenant General Ernst Woodburn Trotter, with a Thai name. He was Siamese Gendarmerie and Police. Wow. 1871, died 1935. This is Arthur David Allison, BA, Major of the Royal Field Artillery, aged 29, mortally burned at Pak Nam Po in devotion to his duty. Died at Bangkok, January 22, 1924. That's a few months, and it's a century ago. There are other graves, each with their own story. What a history, what a journey across the world here. Probably really hard to read. But yeah, another sad story, of course. Erected by Alexander Thompson, engineer, Markinch, Fifeshire, Scotland, in memory of his dearly beloved son, John Thompson, rice mill engineer with the Borneo Company Limited, who died there of cholera on the 2nd of February 1882, aged 29 years and 6 weeks. Here in this spot is his body, to rest in hope of a blessed resurrection. And the next one is also the same Borneo Company, who departed, aged 36, native of Gorkok, G-O-U-R-O-C-K. Oh man, what a stories. In affectionate remembrance of Margaret Lawson, the beloved wife of John Bush, Esquire, harbour master and master attendant of the port of Bangkok, Siam, who died on the 27th of December 1866, deeply lamented in the 40th year of her age. A loving wife, a daughter dear, and a grandmother rested here. Also of Joseph Alexander Lawson, son of the above, who died on the 1st of April 1960, aged 14 months. Sorry, 1860. Yep, the past was the worst. You're on duty to the tropics and you die of cholera. You die, your children die early. Rosenstand of Denmark, born 1868. Otto Kepler, born at Hamburg. Paul Biertrumpfe, 1899. Not many of them have ages, but if they do, they are not old. Hier rust A.A. van Pelt, overleden 18 februari 1902 in de ouderdom van 22 jaren. Here rests A.A. van Pelt, passed away February 18, 1902, at the age of 22. That's what I mean. The Mark died in Siam 1927. Must be a lot of people from shipping, sailors, and their wives later on, of course, and their children. Captain Niels Hendrik Hjorts, also Danish, in loving memory of Hannah, beloved daughter of Jacob Companats and loving wife of Yam Gerson, born on 2nd of February 1901, died 7th of August 1926. So outside of the graves of hundreds of people that each have their own story here, there is the grave. There are two graves combined into one monument dedicated to Russian seamen from the cruiser Aurora, Fedor Tunyakin and Yakov Timin. They died in December 1911. Completed in October 1903, the Russian cruiser Aurora was sent to Port Arthur, or nowadays Lunchunku, in Dalian, China. At the time, the area was under the control of the Japanese and then Russians. The first time it sustained damage was during the Russo-Japanese War of 1904-1905, but it wasn't the Japanese that attacked it. It was a friendly fire incident by Russians that mistook the silhouette for an enemy ship. After repairs, it cruised the world, and in 1911 the cruiser made its way to Bangkok in Siam, now Thailand, to celebrate the inauguration of King Vajiraphat, better known as King Ramada IV. It was here that a number of sailors perished due to various reasons, but none of them are combat-related. Fedor Tunyakin and Yakov Timin died of food poisoning. During the First World War, the Aurora was mainly active in the Baltic region. It was there that the most legendary stories about the Aurora were written. Although not 100% confirmed, the story is that it was this ship that fired the very first tranche of the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917. A more likely scenario is that the cruiser fired a blank to signal the start of the storming of the Winter Palace in St. Petersburg by the revolutionists. On the eve of the revolution, the cruiser was undergoing maintenance. It was the Bolshevik revolutionists that ordered the Aurora to be used to close the Nokolayevsky Bridge, which was drawn by loyalists to the government. After it fulfilled this assignment, it fired a blank just before 10 p.m. During the Second World War, the cannons were removed and used as land defense in what was then named Leningrad. On 30 September 1941, it was attacked and sunk in the harbor. Only after the war it was salvaged and restored to be used as a museum ship. More recently, in 2013, Russian Minister of Defense Sergei Shoigu announced plans to recommission the cruiser Aurora to make it the flagship of the Russian Navy because of its historical and cultural importance. The ship is still located in the harbor of St. Petersburg, though.